ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः प्रज्ञानांशु प्रतानैः स्थिरचरनिकर व्यापिभिर्व्याप्य लोकान् भुक्त्वा भोगान् स्थविष्ठान् पुनरपि धिषणोद्भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् स्वपिति मधुरभुं मायया भोजयन्नः माया संख्यातुरीयं परममृतमजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि यो विश्वात्मा विदिज विषयान् प्राश्य भोगान् स्थविष्ठान् पश्चाच्चान्यान् स्वमति विभवान् ज्योतिषा स्वेन सूक्ष्मान् सर्वानेतान् पुनरपि शनैः स्वात्मनि स्थापयित्वा हित्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् विगत गुणगण पात्वसौ नस्तुरीयः
Read Karika 25.
सम्भूतेरपवादाच्च सम्भवः प्रतिषिध्यते कोऽन्वेनं जनयेदिति कारणं प्रतिषिध्यते.
In Ishavasya, the Samuchaya, simultaneous practice of karma with the Hiranyagarbha Upasana is recommended to get rid of our vasanas, desires for the heavens and the means to gain the heavens. By karma, the ashastriya pravrittis are got rid of. By upasana, that vairagya is inculcated. Thereby, the mumukshu becomes eligible to gain atma-jnana, brahma-jnana. In this context, Shruti, that is Ishavasya Upanishad, condemns or negates even Hiranyagarbha. In fact, in the entire creation, Hiranyagarbha is the topmost, the best entity as it were. Then comes the rest of the creation. He is the firstborn, Pradhamajaha. He is the first citizen and the one who gains knowledge of Atma Swarupa by himself without the help of even the Guru. To such an extent, he is Antakarna Shuddha, pure, on account of karmas and upasanas that he had taken to in many past lives. Even such entity is negated. That means, what is the plight of the rest of the creation? So that will be the case. Even Hiranyagarbha is not the ultimate reality. It is not the ultimate reality. Means entire Jagat is subject to negation, and therefore it is mithya in nature. As a result, whatever that remains as Chaitanya Brahma is Advaya. Advaya Brahma plus Mithya Jagat is equal to Advaya Brahma only. Just as you and your shadow is equal to you only. That shadow has no independent existence at all. It's just an appearance, that's all, nothing more than that. So therefore, this was told that in the sense, Purvabhaksha said, sir, that apavada, negation of Sambhuti, what is that, Hiranyagarbha, is meant to highlight the Samuchaya, the simultaneous practice, synthesis as it were, of karma and upasana, which Siddhanti, yes, did agree. But that negation of Hiranyagarbha cannot be neglected. It is very negated. In the context of Samuchaya, only it is negated means what? It is not the ultimate reality. And you can't change as such. Only because the context is of the Samuchaya. So therefore, the purpose of this Samuchaya, the Samuchaya, since the simultaneous practice of karma and Hiranyagarbha upasana, is not as a means to moksha, but it prepares your mind to gain the moksha indirect. Therefore, in that context, Sambhuti, that is Sambhuti or Asambhuti, you say, it is Hiranyagarbha. Because of the Sandhi rule, it becomes, at least it becomes Sambhuti. Asambhuti also is there. So therefore, that Hiranyagarbha is not the ultimate reality. And that being the case, the upasana is meant for other purpose and not as the direct means to gain the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. In this context, we had seen the Bhashya up to page 168, line 2. Read Yadyapi Ashuddhi Viyoga Hetu.
Yadyapi Ashuddha Viyoga Hetuhu Tannishtatvat.
Yadyapi says, that is, even though through Sambhuti Upasana, the means of Shuddhi in terms of Vairagya is gained. Means of Shuddhi. Shuddhi of what? Antakarana. See, Shuddha Antakarana is measured by the intensity of Vairagya. Perfect Vairagya means Shuddha Antakarana, because that mind will never indulge in the Vishayas. A mind which is not preoccupied with the Vishaya, as a result, the mind which is not extrovert, as a result, the mind which is introvert, is Shuddha Antakarana. Or Shuddhi Antakarana means all the features of the Vishayas getting clouded in the Antakarana. Like writing 100 things on the blackboard, or passing of many pictures on the white screen of a movie. Cut them off. What you have got, what? The white screen, of course, illuminated by the arc light. So also, our antakarana is like a screen, illuminated by Chaitanya, but in terms of Chidabhasa. Chaitanya has no direct connection with anything. In terms of Chidabhasa. But it is clouded. It is crowded by all the Vishayakara Vishesha, with features of all Vishayas. As a result, we say it is Ashuddha, in the sense it is incapable of displaying the Chaitanya Rupa Atma as it is, just as movie screen on which many pictures are bombarded is unable to display the pure arc light, though that light is there on it, coupled with all the movie events. So also, the screen of antakarana of ours, when preoccupied in the Vishayas, no doubt Chaitanya Rupa Atma is displayed there, without which you can't perceive all these things. But the true nature, the real nature of Atma, Brahma, free from Adhyastha Jagat, is not revealed, is not or doesn't get displayed. So that means the case, this upasana is meant, no doubt, to get that vairagya, as a result, to gain the Shuddhantakarana. But it is not a direct means, and therefore a sambhuti or sambhuti, hiranyagarbha, is negated. Yadyapi ashuddhi viyoga hetuhu, though this upasana is a hetu, means to gain, get rid of ashuddhi, of the impurity of the antakarana, atannishtatva. Atanishtat means no atannishtatva. It is not a direct means to have Atma Sakshatkara, Brahma Sakshatkara. Therefore, see, the apavada, you have to add there adhyara, atannishtatvat, and sambhutyapavada siddhi, means the negation of sambhuti hiranyagarbha is what? Justified. Justified. Continue.
अतः एव संभूतेः अपवादात् संभूतेः आपेक्षिकम् एव सत्वम् इति.
अतः एव, therefore alone, means because this sambhuti upasana is not the direct means to gain Brahma, therefore only atayeva sambhutehe apavada. Sambhuti hiranyagarbha being negated, what happens? Sambhutehe apekshikam eva sattvam. Sattva here is satta. The existence of sambhuti hiranyagarbha is apekshika, relative, in the sense it is not absolute. It is not absolute. It is not ultimate reality. So therefore, even the hiranyagarbha is in the category of created world, though a most exalted entity. So that is apekshikam eva sattvam. Sattvam is satta, existence. Continue.
परमार्थ सदात्मैकत्वम् अपेक्ष अनृथाख्यः संभवः प्रतिषिध्यते.
So with respect to the ultimate reality, what is that? Paramartha sadatmaikatvam apeksha. Apeksha. From the standpoint of Paramartha Sat, not Vyavaharika Sat, not empirical reality, ultimate reality, from the absolute reality, Paramartha Sadatmaikatvam apeksha. With respect to that ultimate reality, which is one and the non-dual in nature, Anrutakya Sambhava. Sambhava here is Sambhuti, Hiranyagarbha, Anrutakya, who is Anruta in nature, false in nature, falsely projected in nature. There is a Pathantara is there. Amrutakya. There is a Pathantara is there. Amrutakya. Amrutakya means what? Not ultimate reality. Relatively, he said what? Because Brahmaloka, etc. is what? Relatively very staying for a very long period. Amruta means immortal. But here immortal is not in the sense of totally this immortal, but it is relatively immortal. Therefore, what? It is pratishidyate. It is being negated. It is being negated. And therefore, now this is the first line is not only first line. Yes, first line of this Karika 25 comment. Now, kono enam janayediti karanam pratishidyate. The jiva who appeared so as samsari is Atma only, who appeared as jiva, samsari, jiva, after discovering itself to be the Brahma, Advaya Brahma. What means, what cause can make that again samsari jiva? Impossible. A rope may be mistaken as a snake because of ignorance. But once that so-called snake is ascertained to be the rope, there is no cause. There can be no means whatsoever to make that particular rope as again the snake that was seen earlier. So that also shows there being no such cause in the case of the jiva who has discovered oneself to be Paramatma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa, having destroyed the avidya. Nothing can make it again the samsari jiva. From that standpoint, Advaya Brahma stays. It can never be otherwise. Read evam.
एवं माया निर्मितस्य एव जीवस्य अविद्यया प्रत्युपस्थापितस्य अविद्यानाशे स्वभाव रूपत्वात् परमार्थतः कोनु एनं जनयेत्.
एवं माया निर्मितस्य एव जीवस्य अविद्यया प्रत्युपस्थापितस्य. As seen so far, the jiva who presently who is available samsari jiva. How is he created? Maya nirmitasya eva. Product of Maya. How? In terms of avidya. Maya nirmitasya eva jivasya. Jiva is product avidya, and he is what? Presented to us by who? Avidya. See, avidya and maya are synonyms. But at places in Shastras, some distinction is made. It is only to make the beginner understand what it is. Maya is said to be the ignorance at the totality level. Avidya is said to be the ignorance at the individual level. It's just to make little easy the understanding of the handiwork of Maya and Avidya. Otherwise, Maya is Avidya, Avidya is Maya. In Shastra, we find such many things. Though at places, some distinction is made between Maya and Avidya. So therefore here, Avidyaya, Pratipasthapitasya. Pratipastapita means erected, presented. The Jiva who is presented as Samsari Jiva by Avidya. When that Avidya nashe, ignorance of one's Swarupa is destroyed. Swabhava Rupatva. What remains thereafter is what? Swabhava Rupa. What is Swabhava Rupa? Shuddha Chinmatra Rupa. See, we as an individual derive experiences 24/7. Whether it is waking state or dream state or deep sleep state. And these experiences go on changing. They go on changing. And the very fact that you are experiencing takes for granted what? Chaitanya. Where exactly the experience takes place according to Vedanta? Tip of your nose? Or top of the head? Where exactly experience takes place? Antakarana. In our Antakarana. By what means it takes place Antakarana? I told you, our reporters are sitting there. Who are our reporters? Antakarana vrittis, thoughts. Whether the gross thoughts or subtle thoughts, like avidya vrittis in the deep sleep state. They are the reporters. So, therefore, our experience 24/7, no doubt, does presuppose the experience of Chaitanya, but it is 24/7 colored by these antakarana vrittis or avidya vrittis, suksha vrittis. As a result, we are deprived of cognizing, experiencing, to be aware of that Shuddha Chaitanya as it is. Just as so long as in the motion picture, movie, so long as the pictures are projected, you are unable to see the arc light as it is reflected on the screen. You can't see at the back behind the film, This was Antakarana screen is there. So what should be done? Snap off the film or take a sandpaper. Film is moving, hold it. What? Slowly the impressions will get erased as such. Best thing is cut it off. Arc light. Reflected where? On the. Therefore, presently, our Antakarana is full of these projections of these thoughts on account of their samskaras and interaction with the world. Now here, Swabhava Rupatva. What is Swabhava Rupa? Shuddha Chinmatra Rupatva. All these waves of thoughts are not there. Our reporters, which report us all the Jagat, Samsara, Sukha Dukha Samsara are not there. All that is there is Shuddha Chinmatra, of course, reflected on the screen of Antakarana. If somebody says Shuddha Chinmatra is never available, because even in Nirvika Samadhi, and what is that? Sukshma Samskaras of Antakarana are there. Yes, it is true. But my dear sir, without such Antakarana, where are you going to get the knowledge? Have you got any other receptacle, any other means where knowledge can be gained without Antakarana? Again, where does your ignorance lie? Antakarana. Knowledge has taken place there. Means this residual Antakarana we have to take for granted as far as the human embodiment is concerned, who wants to gain the knowledge. So for that purpose, don't say Shuddha Chinmatra is not possible. Shuddha Chinmatra reflected in the such Antakarana, which is the residual one, which is free from your normal functions, free from its extraordinariness. It is totally Antakarana only. Antarmukha means it is still there, yet it is not Bahirmukha. It is not indulging in the usual Manovyapara. Residual is there. In that only, what happens? What is reflected is what? Is Shuddha Chinmatra. Just as you snap off the film, what is reflected on the screen is what? Arc light. But there the screen is there. That screen is not a part of the arc light. Yet it gives an idea of what arc light is. Likewise, in such residual Antakarana, what is Shuddha Chinmatra, which is there reflected, it makes you aware what Shuddha Chinmatra is. That residual Antakarana doesn't pose any obstacle in your cognizing, you are becoming aware of Shuddha Chinmatra. That is the only way possible for a human being to know what Atma Swarupa is. Other than such state of disposition, such state of Antakarana, there is no other means which can make us aware of our Swarupa. So therefore, here, Swabhava Rupatvat Paramarthataha. What remains in the case of Jiva? After that, Avidya is removed. And along with that, Avidya Karya also is gone. So that is why it remains what? Shuddha Chinmatra Swarupa remains. Pure Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. How? Paramarthataha. Yes, Swabhava Rupatva. This being so, Enam Paramarthata Kaha Janayet. Swabhav Rupatvat. Avidya Nashe, when avidya is destroyed, what remains is only Shuddha Chinmatra. This being so, as far as the status or the Swarupa of Jiva is involved, say, Enam. Enam means what? Jivam. Who is the Jiva? Avidyaya pratyupasthapita. Presented, erected by avidya. Avidya is gone now. What remains is Shuddha Chinmatra. Enam. Kaha. Who can Paramarthata Janayit, can again create as Jiva in reality? Not possible. Means there is no cause. When ignorance is removed, there is no cause which can make Chaitanya Rupa Atma, which is Shuddha Chinmatra, as again Samsari Jiva. Presently, already there, avidya is there. Yenakena prakarana, you are landed in such condition. Get rid of that condition. Discover what you are. Thereafter, there is no cause whatsoever can make you appear as a Jiva. Otherwise, no, it will be a never-ending process. It's such a great effort. This person got Atmajnana. Afterwards, what? Again, he became Samsari Jiva. What is the work then? No. Such a thing is not. These appear because we have not discovered the Swarupa. When we have discovered Swarupa, all doubts get resolved. All doubts. Whether I have got knowledge or not. If I have got knowledge, am I a Jivan Mukta or not? If I am a Jivan Mukta, will I become Vidya Mukta or not? If I got Vidya Mukta, after some time again will I be born or not? Huh? Relapse. Chidyante Sarva Samshaya. That Atma Sakshatkar, Brahma Sakshatkar, wherein we are aware of our Swarupa as it is. Just as when the sun rises, the entire darkness with its accompanying horrors in night, fears, etc., gets dispelled. So therefore, Konu Janayet, who can make it again what? Jiva. No one can. It is no cause is there, no means is there. Continue.
Nahi rajvam avidyaropitam sarpam punaha vivekataha nashtam janayet kaschit.
Example is given. Rajvam avidyaropitam sarpam. The snake which is mistakenly superimposed on the rope by ignorance of the rope. Again, further, punaha vivekataha nashtam. And that mistaken snake is destroyed in the sense you have discovered the rope. You see there no more snake at all. That snake, earlier snake, nahi kaschit janaye. No one can produce it again. Ignorance gone, the rope is seen, it can never appear again as at different time, different place, different thing. But that specific rope which you had mistaken as a snake can never appear again as what? At times it is possible. What is that? You brought the light and you saw the rope. You switched off the light. The semblance may be there. But you know it is not a snake, it is rope only. That's continue.
तथा न कश्चित् एनं जनयेत् इति कहानु इति आक्षेपार्थत्वात् प्रयुज्यते.
Tatha, as in the case of illustration of Rajju Sarpa, Kaschid enam janayet iti. Na kaschid. Na kaschid enam janayet. No one can produce that snake, mistaken snake again. That is now, is what is done by Karika is Konu iti aksheparthatva. In the Karika, Konu iti Konu enam janay. Second line, Karika 25. Konu enam janay. Kahanu, indeed, who can? What does it mean? No one. It implies that. It's not a question who can. No one can. That's what it is. Akshepa, objection, means no one can do that. So you can put the, if you want, Konu. This much you can what? Put in the inverted comma, referring to the Karika 25. Iti aksheparthatva. That kahanu, who indeed can. In the sense of objection means no one can it. It should not be like kaku prayoga. It should not be taken literally. Karanam pratishiddhate. Any cause which can again present that jiva as that atma as samsari jiva is what refuted. What it means is some and substance like this. Continue.
अविद्या उद्भूतस्य नष्टस्य जनयितृ कारणं न किंचित् अस्ति इति अभिप्रायः.
Avidyodbhutasya. If you want add adhyara, jivasya vidyaya. Avidyaya udbhutasya avidyodbhutasya. Jivasya vidyaya adhyara. Nashtasya janayitru karanam na kinchidasti iti abhipraya. Iti abhipraya. This is the sum and substance of it, gist of it, what we have discussed so far. Of jiva. Which jiva? Avidyodbhutas. Born of avidya. And now nashtasya was got destroyed. How? Vidyaya nashtasya. Jiva, the hitherto jiva, who was born on account of avidya, but now presently is destroyed by avidya. I say, of that jiva, janayitru karanam na kinchidasti. There is no cause whatsoever of creating it again as jiva. This is what is meant by this, that akshepa, objection. This is corroborated by a Katha Upanishad statement. Continue.
नायं कुतश्चित् न बभूव कश्चित् इति श्रुतेः.
Iti Shrutehe, Katha 1:228. Ayam Atma Kutashitna is not born from anything. Not only that, Na Babhuva Kashchit. From this Atma, nothing is born. Neither this Atma is born from something, nor something is born from Atma. It is avikari. This is what? Unchanging all the time. Iti Shrutehe. Iti Shrutehe. So thus, the Sambhuti Apavad, the negation of Hiranyagarbha, which was told in the Ishavasya, was cited as a reason to prove the ultimate reality to be Advaya Brahma. Not only that, the Jiva who has discovered oneself to be the Atma Brahma, Advaya Brahma, can never be subjected to become Jiva by any means whatsoever or by any cause whatsoever. Now again, further reason is given, because of which we can certainly ascertain that the seemingly appearing Dvaita Jagat, the experiential Dvaita Jagat, truly is not there. All that is there is Advaya Brahma. The dream, that experience is truly not there. All that is there is you only. It came and went. Some appearance was there. Like that here, the Shruti establishes that all that is there is only Brahma only, and not the Jagat which is Mithya in nature. Read the Karika 26.
स एष नेति नेतीति व्याख्यातं निन्नुते यतः सर्वमग्राह्य भावेन हेतुनाजं प्रकाशते.
यतः सहा एषः न इति न इति, सहा एषः नेति नेति. This much, this phrase you put in inverted comma. Sa esha neti 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 iti after. Actually, that iti is for inverted comma only. In Sanskrit, inverted commas are not put. At places, this such iti shows that inverted comma. Saha esha neti neti inverted comma. Iti shruti, add shruti. Sarvam Vyakyatam Sarvam Vyakyatam Agrahya Bhavena Hetuna Nignute and Tataha Ajam and Atma Tattvam Prakashate. Once again, Yataha Saha Eshaha Neti Neti Iti and Shruti Sarvam Vyakyatam Agrahya Bhavena Hetuna Nirnute and Tataha Ajam Atma Tattvam Prakashate. Yataha Yasma, because this is so, therefore such and such thing. Because what is the because? Saha Esha Neti Neti refers to, you are at least you have heard many times. Neti Neti. negation of creation in Brihadaranyaka. It refers to Brihadaranyaka mantra 2-3-6. Bhashya gives it. Athata adeshaha neti neti. So therefore, that saha esha adesha, this declaration by Shruti, na iti, all prapancha that was described as Shruti only, truly not there, truly not there. It's the same Shruti described, but dismisses it. Iti sarvam vyakyatam. All that was elaborately described as Shruti only, where in the same Brahmana called Murta Brahmana. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, 2nd chapter, 3rd Brahmana. Murta Amurta. Murta with form. Amurta formless. The Jagat with form and formless. That was elaborately described in this Brahmana, Murta Brahmana. What is that? Vyakyatam. Nishedati. Dismisses, negates. On what grounds? Agrahya bhavena. See that Murta, Amurta Prapancha, Jagat with form and formless entities, is something which is perceived or experienced as this Drishya Jagat. It is experienced as Drishya Jagat. Whereas Chaitanya Atma doesn't fit in the category of Drishya Jagat. Aham can never become Idam Drishya Jagat. The Murta Prapancha that told in that Murta Brahmana is about the Jagat which is available as what? Idam, this, perceived as this. But Agrahya Bhavena, because Atma can never be the Drishya of Buddhi, because it is a very entity which enables Buddhi to function. It is the very subject behind the object Buddhi. It cannot be the object of Buddhi. So therefore, Sarvam Agrahya Bhavena means Atma being not an object of, that is Buddhi, Antakarana. Agrahya Bhavena Hetuna. Hetuna means Karanena. By the reason or the cause that Atma can never be Drishya described in all this Murta Amurta Prapancha. Shruti, what does it do? By Saha Esha Neti Neti, by the Adesha Neti Neti. Nivnute. Nivnute Nishedhati. Negates. Thereby Tataha, what is revealed? Ajam Atma Tattvam Prakash. You negate from the screen of your Antakarana all that is available for experience as this corresponding to the Prapancha, Murta Amurta Prapancha, which was described earlier by the Brihadaranyaka. What remains is what? It reveals Atma Tattva. What remains is only Atma Swarupa, Chaitanya Swarupa. Only you have discarded from the range of the cognition of your Antakarana all idam by naiti in the sense whatever available for perception or experience as this entity is not Atma, not simply repeating, dismissing from the actual screen of your Antakarana. No experience of this. It's not just simply, no, this is not, and all this Antakarana is full of all cobwebs. No. Just like Nanta Pradnyam, Nabaish Pradnyam, etc. Not something repeating, no. Gramophone record, you keep it. Nanta Pradnyam, Nanta. When you say Nanta Pradnyam, your screen of Antakarana, Anta Pradnyam Vishwa should not be there. No, Taisa should not be there. No Baish Pradnyam. Baish Pradnya, Vishwa should not be there. Pradnya should not be there. Antarkala will not be there. Because all these Avasthatraya, Pradnyas, cognitions are presented to us in terms of Antakarana Vritti, Sukshma or Sthula. Sukshma Vidyavrati is in the deep sleep. Sthula in the waking and dream sleep. They are thrown out of the range of the Antakarana. Means simply not that way. It's not a verbosity. Then what remains is what? By courtesy we say Turiya, the fourth state. There is no fourth state there. Because you count these three states, that fourth state. Because this Turiya is in and through all the Vishwataja Pradnya. Without it, you will not have the experience of Vishwataja Pradnya. You cannot experience waking dream and deep sleep state without a Turiya. But the Turiya is independent of these three states. That is shown by negation. When these are disregarded, what remains Turiya? In the sense, it can be only such a disposition of the Antakarana. What is it? You are not sleeping. I don't mean lying down in bed, etc. You are not asleep. Your Antakarana is awake. Means it is not sleeping. It is not merged in the sleep. Means Antakarana is merged in the avidya. No, it is not a sleep. Yet your Antakarana is not registering any features of Vishwa, Taijasa, Pradnya. In such a state of your Antakarana, what remains is Turiya, Chaitanya Chinmatra, free from all features of Vishwa, Taijasa, Pradnya. It is not for repeating and the verbosity. One should be aware of it. This is where we make a mistake. Oh, this is why why Shuddhantakara required. Why Vedanta start with the sadhana sampatti? Antakarana Shuddhi, Chitta Naishalya. To have this disposition where only the word Swarupa can get revealed. Otherwise, even you do thousands of Shirshasana, topsy-turvy asanas, nothing is going to happen. If you are fortunate, you will be okay. Otherwise, the Shirshasana, some gadbad happens. Spinal column will have injury. No. So there is Ajam Atma Tattvam Prakashati. What is our Swarupa? Remains, it self-luminous, gets revealed. Prakashati. So from this standpoint, when they see, Vrudaranaka, Murtamurta Brahmana at length has described the Prapancha with form and that one, and only to dismiss. This is the method of the Vedanta. Adhyaropa Pavad. Srishti was superimposed only to negate it not to prove that it really is there. So that is Prakasha. Read Bhashya.
सर्व विशेष प्रतिषेधेन अथात आदेशः नेति नेति इति प्रतिपादितस्य आत्मनः दुर्बोधत्वं मन्यमाना श्रुतिः पुनः पुनः उपायान्तरत्वेन तस्य एव प्रतिपिपादयिषया यद् यद् व्याख्यातं तत्सर्वं निहनुते.
The big sentence we'll see next time. Okay.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणा सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ